While America is staring at Iran, something else may be watching America. Wait, not missiles here, not warships, not fighter jets, but something far quieter, far closer, and possibly far more dangerous. Welcome to the new age of espionage. While spying may not come through satellites alone, but through land deals, through business investments, through buildings that sit quietly next to America's most powerful military secrets. And the country rising eyebrows right now? China. You're watching TimesXP. It's me, Triti Yatri, and let's begin with a place most Americans never even think about. White Man Air Force Base, Missouri. It is not just another military base, by the way. It is home to one of America's most feared and secretive weapons. The B-2 Spirit stealth bomber. The aircraft designed to slip through enemy radar. The aircraft capable of carrying nuclear weapons. Well, the aircraft built for missions that often remains classified forever. And guess what appeared just outside this ultra-sensitive base? Well, a trailer park, reportedly linked to Chinese investors. Yes, you heard that right, a residential property parked quietly right next to one of America's crown jewel of military power. So the question is it coincidence or careful positioning? But the story does not stop there, because when the US investigators started looking closer, they reportedly found a pattern here. Not just one location, multiple locations we are talking about, and each one dangerously close to America's nuclear backbone. Let's move to another chilling example here. Near facilities connected to the US Global Strike Command, the command responsible for America's nuclear arsenal, reports suggest that Chinese-linked money showed interest in buying land tied to golf courses and surrounding properties. Sounds harmless, right? But intelligence experts, they see it very differently, because land near strategic command centers, they can reveal movement pattern, security routine, infrastructure layout, emergency response timing. And ladies and gentlemen, in modern warfare, information is sometimes more powerful than missiles. And yes, then comes another shocking location near America's Minuteman III nuclear missile silos. This silos hold intercontinental ballistic missiles, weapons designed to cross continents in minutes. And near these highly classified military zones, a cryptocurrency mining facility reportedly appeared, linked to foreign investment scrutiny. Now, here's where this raises the alarm bell, right? Crypto mining needs huge electricity, huge computing infrastructure, huge data network. And intelligence agency worries such setups could secretly double as surveillance or signal tracking platform. But wait, there's more. Another controversial project involved a wind farm proposal near a US military pilot training school. Sounds green, sounds harmless, sounds environmental friendly. But American officials, they feared something else here. Tall wind turbines can potentially interfere with radar, track aircraft movement, and collect electronic signals. The project was eventually scrapped though, but the fear remained. Now, take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. These are not pattern properties. These locations sit near nuclear bomber base, missile launch facility, strategic command center, military pilot training zone. And this is happening at the time when the US-China tensions, they are already under intense strain. Now add another global twist. The New START nuclear arm control treaty between the US and Russia is effectively collapsing. Now this treaty once limited how many nuclear weapons both the countries could deploy, but with it weakening now, global nuclear competition is slowly returning. And American officials now fear something chilling. They fear that foreign land purchases near sensitive bases could act as real-world targeting map, surveillance staging points, or long-term intelligence foothold. And there's where Iran's angle, it enters the story. Washington is heavily focused on Iran's nuclear ambitions. Military planning around potential Middle East conflict, it continues quietly. These are whispers, speculations, and intense geopolitical chatter about secret missile strategy being prepared behind closed Pentagon doors. In fact, some reports suggest that contingency planning involves stealth bomber like the B-2. And if America is preparing such plan, ladies and gentlemen, knowing where those bombers are really based, how they operate, and how quickly they deploy. Well, it becomes priceless intelligence. Though China denies using business investments for spying, but Beijing says that these are normal commercial activities, economic expansion, and nothing more. But Washington is no longer convinced. In fact, in recent years, US lawmakers have begun tightening rules on foreign ownership of land near military sites. Security agencies are now reviewing past deals and blocking the new ones more aggressively because modern warfare is changing. Battles are not always fought on the battlefield anymore, right? Sometimes they begin with paperwork, with real estate contracts, and with silent infrastructure.